So if you guys haven't guessed by the title of this video, I'm making a Bridgerton inspired kind of Regency gown, which I'm very excited about. I love Bridgerton and I watched like the new season 3, the other week, and I was like, I have to make one, I have to make a Bridgerton dress. And I ordered some fabric. Well, I actually ordered the fabric before I watched the new season because I was like, I know I'm going to want to make a dress. And I ordered this these two fabrics. So I got like a blue, like a light blue kind of satin, which is actually dead stock, which is pretty cool. And then I got this like blue chiffon that I'm gonna like layer over the top. And I think it's gonna look really cute, but I just realised when I was watching the new season that it's obviously about Penelope, and Penelope wears a lot of green. So I feel like I should have done green, but all the Bridgertons wear blue, so it's still kind of relevant. And I kind of like the colour blue as well. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope I get this done before the second part of the season comes out. We will find out. So yeah, enjoy.
So for this project, I actually decided to use a pattern from Etsy. I will put the link in the description. But I just feel like sometimes using a pattern, you kind of learn a lot from it rather than like necessarily making your own. And now that I know how it like all comes together and like the shapes of the pieces and stuff, I can like pattern draft my own in the future.
It's good. So I cut out all my pattern pieces just for like the bodice and stuff. I didn't do the skirt yet. I just want to see what the bodice is like, looking like fit wise, before I start cutting out the actual skirt. But I had to cut out of the chiffon as well, which was like really hard because the chiffon just wants to move, which is making me like a little bit nervous about like sewing it. And I've got to like layer the chiffon on top of the satin, so I think I'm gonna layer it all on and do like a little stay stitch all the way around, just to kind of like keep it in place, and then just have that as like the fabric. That makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'll show you what I've done. I've done it on like one piece so far, and that's what it's gonna look like. And I think it's quite a nice blue as well. It's very Bridgerton blue, might I say. So I'm going to do that with the rest of the pieces for the bodice. Obviously not the lining pieces. I'm going to do it for the rest of the pieces of the bodice. But first I'm going to have a little magnum break because I'm hungry. And the chiffon is stressing me out. But anyway.
Then I moved on to basting all of the satin pieces to the chiffon pieces. I just didn't want the chiffon to like slip away from the satin when I was sewing all the actual pieces together to create the bodice. So I thought if I basted it with like a little basting stitch, then this will like keep it all together. And then once I'd basted like all my pieces, I then moved on to doing the darts for both the lining and the outer shell. There was 4 darts on each piece, though there was a lot of darts to get through. Once I'd finished putting in the darts, I then moved on to attaching the back 2 pieces to the front bodice for both the lining and the outer shell. Also, I'm looking at my posture in like some of these clips, and oh my god, my back is like so hunched. This is why I have back problems. Like I'm like struggling to like bend over, and I'm like, I wonder why. It's because I'm hunched over like all day long. Then once I'd done that, I then moved on to attaching the lining to the outer shell, and I just did this by laying them on top of each other, right sides together, and sewing all along like the top neckline and along like the straps as well, and then like down the back. And then I used my little trusty turner to turn out like the corners and make them nice and like straight, not straight, pointy is the word I'm looking for there.
So this is the top so far. It's looking very cute. I'm liking it a lot. I love the colour. It's hard to tell because I've kind of got it on with like a top underneath, which I probably shouldn't have done. But I love the colour. I think the colour is very, very cute with like the chiffon and then the silk underneath it. So I'm very excited. I think I'm going to get the sleeves done tonight, and then hopefully the rest of the dress done tomorrow. But yeah, I'm loving it. And also I got like a bunch of trimmings too. So I got these like little pearls, and then I got some like velvet ribbon that I think I'm gonna put underneath the bust, maybe around the sleeves as well, but we'll see what it's looking like. Yeah, I'm gonna crack on with the sleeves now. It's looking cute.
Once I'd finished sewing the lining and the bodice together, I moved on to sewing the sleeves. So I sewed up the sides of the sleeves to kind of make it like one loop, if that makes sense. Then I did like a gathering stitch around the bottom of the sleeve and around the top of the sleeve. And then I gathered the bottom of the sleeve so it would fit into the little sleeve band. I don't know what they're actually called, but I'm going to go with sleeve band because it's like the little band that goes like around the sleeve. Yeah, I attached that, and then I did the gathers at the top to pop it into the dress as well.
So yesterday I got the bodice done, as you can see. It's looking very cute. I'm obsessed with how the colour's turning out with like the chiffon and the satin like layered together. I think it's looking very, very cute. And it's been alright to work with so far. The chiffon's been like a little slippery when like cutting out and stuff, but other than that it's been alright to work with. Not too bad. But now I just have to do the skirt. I've got to cut it all out and sew it all together. And then I think I'm going to add some like little bits of like trimmings and lace maybe. We'll see. We'll see what I end up adding. But yeah, it's looking very, very cute so far. It don't look as cute with the top underneath though. So.
Also, my doggy says hi, guys. Then I moved on to cutting out the pattern pieces for the skirt. And instead of like cutting out in the satin and then cutting out in the chiffon, I thought I would work a little bit smarter. And then I put the satin down and then I laid the chiffon on top of the satin and then I put my pattern pieces down just to like, be a little bit more time efficient and quicker. And also I used like a bunch of random objects I just found in my room. Let me know if any of you guys do this because I think it's a little handy little hack or a little trick or something. Once I'd cut out my pieces, I had to then baste all of the chiffon and the satin together for all the skirt pieces. The usual by now, just basting all the chiffon and satin together.
So last night I managed to get all of the pattern pieces cut out for the skirt, and then I also managed to like baste the satin and the chiffon together, which is what I did for the like pattern pieces for the top and like for the sleeves and stuff, to kind of create that like little blue colour, which I think is very, very cute. So I think now I'm just going to attach all the panels together, and then I can't decide at the back whether to do in the pattern. You can either gather it or you can pleat it. That's the word I was looking for. And I'm tempted to pleat it because when I look at like pictures and inspiration from like the film and stuff, they have like the pleated back, but it just might take longer than obviously like gathering the back. But we'll see. We'll see when I get to that point. I also need to pop in a zip as well today, so that's fun.
I then moved on to sewing the two side panels to the big front panel, and I had to be careful with this because the side panels kind of like diagonally curve down to like meet where the train is at the back, so I had to make sure that the side seams like matched up perfectly in like length or whatever, if that makes sense. Yeah, I feel like it kind of does. But yeah, I did that, I sewed that, and then I sewed the big front panel together with the big back panel.
So I just got back from having lunch with my mum and my grandma and my auntie. I think I left off I just finished sewing all the skirt panels together. So I think now I'm going to pleat it. I think I've decided to pleat it instead of gather it. And if the pleats don't look right, then I'll just resort to gathering it. But I think I'm going to go with pleating it. But yeah, I need to pleat it so it fits into the bodice now. And then I need to make sure that I leave room for the zip as well at the back, because it's going to be a zip. So yeah, I'm going to do that now. Hopefully I can get it all done before I have to leave for work in like an hour and a half. Fingers crossed.
Then for the pleats, I didn't really do anything special. I was trying to make the pleats go like outwards, so like away from each other. But I don't know how well that worked because it's kind of hard to see like your own back, and pictures are always like a little bit deceiving. So that's what I tried to do, but I think just like doing like normal pleats would just like work perfectly fine. But yeah, I did the pleats and then I attached the skirt to the main bodice piece. leaving a little bit of room for the zipper, and then I added the zipper in after I'd added the skirt on.
So I finished adding in the zipper and it looks so cute. Look at the back and the front. It's looking so cute. I think I just need to hem it now and add like all the little trimmings and stuff on. But I'm obsessed. I love the colour. It's so cute. I feel like I'm in Bridgerton myself.
For the beading, I didn't want to get like any of the beads caught in my machine, so I decided to hand sew the little beading trimming stuff on, which took a lot of time, but I think it was worth it for not having like a needle be broken or like pearls getting stuck in my sewing machine.
So I've just added this little like pearl strip underneath like the bust area, like where the seams meet. And I was gonna add a bit of ribbon as well, but I can't decide because on the camera it looks really, really cute, but then in the mirror I'm not sure. So I can't decide whether to add a little ribbon or not. I could try and add a little ribbon. I think I've got time to add ribbon. And then I think all I need to do after that is just hem it, and then it should be done. But it's looking very cute so far, so I'm very happy with it.
For the little ribbon, I actually sewed this on using my sewing machine. I could kind of trust that my hand sewing had stitched the pearls down in place, so I knew like, you know, none of them were going to get in my machine. So I just sewed this on the actual sewing machine to save some time.
So I do not regret adding this little bit of ribbon. I forgot what it was called then. I was going to say elastic, but it's not elastic, it's ribbon. I don't regret adding the little ribbon at all. I think it looks really cute, and it kind of just like breaks up the dress a little bit as well. So you know like where like the bust ends and then where like the dress begins, and it's a very cute dress. I'm loving how it's looking. The back is cute. I was debating whether to put buttons on it, which I think would have looked a little bit more accurate to like the films and stuff, but I could not, like, it wouldn't have overlapped. It would have been like way too tight, so I had to go with the zipper, and you can kind of see the zipper a little bit. It's supposed to be an invisible zipper, but the dress is just like so tight that it's just how it's gonna be. It's just how it's gonna be. But it looks very cute, and I love it. And I think now the only little task is to hem it, and then it should be done. And I was kind of hoping that I could go outside and like film some like little videos outside in my garden or something with me wearing the dress, but it's absolutely pouring it down, so I cannot, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. But yeah, I'm gonna hem it now. So I finished the dress. All I had to do was just hem it, and I'm gonna be honest, but I completely forgot to film me hemming the dress. But you know, you guys know how a hem is done. But yeah, it's finished, and I'll do like a little reveal at the end for you guys to show you what it looks like. But I'm very, very happy with it. I think it looks stunning, and I'm, you know, very happy that I got to make it, because if you guys didn't know this about me already, is I actually got my university degree in film and TV production, if I can get that out. And I kind of specialised in costume a little bit, so it was really fun to make like a little costume from like a TV show, and I'm like super excited for the rest of season 3. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!